There's this myth that if you are over the age of 40, that you can't still follow your dreams, that you can't change jobs, start over in relationship, or get your health back. The truth is that it's never too late to start. I am Stephanie. I have a podcast. I'm also a portrait photographer, and I know a thing or two about starting over because at the age of 40 during COVID, which I think so many people had awakenings during COVID, I realized that the life I had created, while beautiful on the outside, to me on the inside, it wasn't giving me what I needed from life. And I felt very tired, very withdrawn, very sad, very emotional. And I realized that I needed to start over completely, and I needed a divorce, and I needed to find myself again. Now, one of the big things that I learned early on is that if you are thinking about doing major shifts and changes in your life, first off, you are not too old. This is not too late. There is no such thing as it being too late. But one thing you can do that will really help you is surround yourself with positivity. And that might be really hard. That might be the reason why you are searching out a new life, is because you don't have that positive energy around you and you're seeking it. So how do you find it? How do you find this positivity that everybody talks about, that just to be happy when you don't feel it on the inside? For me, it was affirmations. Affirmations were huge for me at the beginning. I would just put headphones in and right away in the morning and just listen to affirmations on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you get your affirmations from. And just that start of not actually having the people around me that were positive and supporting, but I knew that I was making shifts inside my mind. That was super important. What other ways can you kind of find that positivity? You can watch movies that make you happy. And I still do this to this day. And I realized just the other day that it had been a while since I watched Eat, Pray, Love, which I couldn't find, but I ended up watching the new Bridget Jones movie, and that made me happy. And what you're doing is, even though it might not seem like anything, it might seem like you're just rotting on the couch, but what you're actually doing is you're shifting your mindset. You're changing your mindset from something that you might not want to bring into your life, like scarcity, sadness, depression, fear, all these things that accompany a big change in life. You're stopping that messaging in your brain. You're stopping it in its tracks. And all of a sudden you're switching on a movie that makes you laugh and smile and be happy. And if you're talking about Abraham Hicks, he talks about being on a disc. So you're hopping from this fear disc to this happiness disc. And you're surrounding yourself, even though there's nobody there, you're surrounding yourself with positive energy. Another thing that was super helpful for me when I knew I had to bring in more positivity and I didn't know where to turn is I wrote a list of 20 things that bring me joy. And I committed to doing several of those every day. And that act of writing out things that make me happy made me really realize, okay, this is what I need. Whether it's going outside for a walk or cooking a delicious meal, meeting a friend for coffee, having that list and looking at that list often, adding to that list is super important, because mindset is everything when you're making a big shift in your life. I cannot stress this enough, that we really have to understand how important our mindset is in bringing in new ideas, new things, allowing this expansion. And that's really what we're seeking when we want to start our life over. And when we're thinking that, okay, maybe it is my time, even though maybe I am 50, I am seeking this for myself. And when you seek something for yourself, it's not about yourself. It's about everybody around you, because when you become aligned with who you are, everybody in your life becomes more aligned with who they are too. It's a spark that keeps giving. So I think this is really important to talk about, and finding that positive energy is super important. You can do it with affirmations. You can do it with writing things that make you happy. You can watch a movie that makes you happy. You can listen to podcasts that make you happy. You really just surround yourself with this happiness, and you'll be surprised the people that come into your life once you start this process, things become more easier when you allow yourself to have these feelings of joy and happiness and self-discovery and alignment. So I hope this helps you, and I look forward to hearing your journey.